Welcome to Expect the Expected with Joey and Hart.
Two small-town girls from New Mexico living in Nashville and talking all things personal growth, spirituality, fucking shit up, and figuring it all out, or at least trying to.
Today's episode is brought to you from East Nashville, where we are smoking on Thin Mints by Perfect Plant Hemp Co.
Each episode, we will be trying out different strains of legal-grade cannabis from smoke shops around the city. We're here to have a good time and talk about some shit. Thanks for being a part of the journey. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
That's my line.
I know. I sometimes like to go after you.
You're mocking
Let's
me,
get
aren't
into
you?
it. Let's get into it.
Is that what I sound like?
It's like double confirmation that we're
Just an emphasis.
getting into it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. And off we go. We always do get into it. We do be getting into it.
Yeah. 100%.
And this episode, we're kind of just doing like a year in review. So that, like, is a whole thing.
Yes. Just so you guys know, this is going to be our last episode for 2022. And we will see you next year then.
It's so exciting. It's already,
Yeah.
like, what day is it? It's the middle of December. 2023 is literally here.
Yeah. Christmas is coming. Santa is coming.
Santa
They're
is coming. I know. It's just so weird. Like, the time goes by so fast, but not.
I can't believe the year's already over.
Time is weird, man. I don't know. Sometimes doing a year in review, you're like, what even happened this year? Because the last...
disassociate for the whole year?
I don't even know, man. Just, like, stuff blurs together. Like, this year, last year, the year before that. It all kind of just...
Yeah, tomato.
Potato.
The years go by.
We're getting older. Years go by. It's fine. I don't know.
Okay.
It's exciting for you because you just turned 30.
Yeah, dude, that's like what's kind of weird about my birthday is like it's the end of the year, so it always feels like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, that's
what I
cool
mean?
that your birthday's like at the end of the year, so it really does feel like going into a whole new thing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
About what, being 30?
Yeah, about going into a year, a new season, a new decade.
I'm pretty pumped for it. I feel like honestly the last couple of years, probably a lot of people have felt like this since COVID. It's just kind of things died off, and I feel like people are still like recovering. But also too, like I feel like in that way, like I kind of quit. I mean, some people were like going mad after their goals, like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna use productive time. And for me, I feel like the time was productive, just not in like a different way, and feel like I spent more of it healing some shit, which is good. Like that's productive
And like
for
reflecting.
Sure. Yeah,
and
a lot
what
of reflection.
Yeah.
A lot of like dealing with some shit, which I think is good. But now I'm like, okay, let's go. I want to like. I'm excited for.
It did
what's to
kind of
come.
feel like a year of like rest to a degree, like a year of rest and just kind of figuring out, like priorities and what you want your life to look like and like what you want to work on.
Yeah.
You know, what you want to heal, and just being more aware and recognizing different aspects.
Yeah.
And I feel like both of us really did that this year. We took some time to figure some shit out. But it does feel like it's time to take action now.
Yeah.
You know, and we have in smaller ways, but baby steps. And it'll be baby steps the whole time, but
Yeah.
really being
There might be
consistent on some stuff.
setbacks at times, but like just keep. All you can do is fucking just trying to keep moving forward.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, and it's like we're all human. Things are fucking hard. Being an adult is fucking hard.
Yeah. Who
Like-
the fuck signed us up for this shit?
I
I
know.
want a refund.
Dude,
Like-
and now like I'm 30.
yeah,
and-
you're
and,
an
like,
adult.
This is yeah.
Yeah.
Like no more playing in your 20s, bitch. Here you are.
Oh my
and I
gosh.
mean, I still play, but it's just it was funny because I was watching a video earlier and she was just like, when you're in your 20s, it's because like no one expects anything out of you because she's just like, you're garbage in your 20s. And like she was like, and I was like, fair enough. She's like, you make stupid decisions. And she's like, and that's what it's for. She's
Oh,
like,
it
and
was
then
a
you get in your
comment.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, then you get in your 30s. And she's like, people like expect you to like be grown up. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, and me, like, I like responsibility, but not too much responsibility. And I feel like there's a balance. But, you know, I'm here. And that's the thing, though, is I've, like, we've had to, I feel like I'm leaving some shit, coming into some new stuff with good things. And, I mean, and it's not always been that way. Like, there's some years where you're just like, fuck, dude, I'm just, like, gonna drag my ass across the line.
No shit.
Here I go. Because, like, that's all you can do. And that's okay.
You're
but
still moving forward.
you're still, you know, like, just... or sometimes, you know, you like try to run back to like old shit and those doors are closed, but you're trying to like yank them back open, and sometimes you do, and then you're just like, why the fuck did I come back here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just kind of reflecting. This is weird because all of my friends are older than me, so as their seasons change, my seasons change a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, like, I've always been on, like, the same kind of wavelength as, like, my friends. So now I feel like I'm still, like, a little crazy, but I'm mellowing out a lot. Mm-hmm. But I, like, feel the same way that you feel. Just, like, sometimes trying to fit, like, squish yourself back into the mold that you were when you were 25, 23, or whatever. 21. 21, like.
21.
And it's just different now. And I, like, look back on the girl at that time, and I'm just like, man, that's not me anymore. She was cool. Like, she had
cool,
her shit.
And I loved her.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Hell yeah.
And I have, like, a lot of, like, I really feel for her, and, like, I know what she was going through at the time. Like, I know what I was going through at the time, and, like, how things panned out. And so it helps me give me more grace at the age that I am, if I can give grace to the girl back then too, you know, and just 100%. Like, I don't have to be her anymore. I'm just not. Like, we're growing up, and it's like, we were talking about that. I'm going home for Christmas, and I'm so excited. I am freaking so pumped for Mexican food. Oh my God.
I know.
But me and you, I talk about my anxieties about going home. Because I have them. Because in some way, every time I've gone home up until this point, this is the longest I've been without. It's over a year. Mm-hmm. And it's the longest I've gone without being home. And I've changed a lot this year. I've really kind of like grown into some things that are different and healthier and better for me. And every time I go home, I revert in some way. And I just feel myself like going back to the girl that they all think that I am. Mm-hmm. Which I haven't even been living home. I've been here for 5 years, so a lot can change in 5 years. But a lot of people back home know me as the person they knew me then. Yeah, you know.
But that's the thing is like, in some people's minds, you're always like, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like,
that's the thing.
That is the thing. Like, in some people's mind, you are always going to be the person you were at 16. You're always going to be to someone else, you're going to be the person you were when you were 21. To the other person, you know, like sometimes, like our grandparents, like or our parents, like they see us as like little kids still sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing, like people in different places in your life. And like you can't expect yourself, and you shouldn't feel like you have to like meet their expectations, whoever it may be. Because it's your fucking life, and you're gonna grow up, and you're gonna change, and like that's just the way shit goes. And like everybody, it's a part of everyone's life, it's part of everyone's journey. But I feel like a lot of people, can struggle with that. It's like living up to other people's expectations, and sometimes that means you feel like you have to revert back to something.
Which isn't that crazy? Like their expectations is actually me reverting and going backwards. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know. It's just I've always. Well, expect the expected. Like, I just don't like disappointing people.
Yeah.
And as you're more true to yourself, the fact of the matter is you're going to disappoint people because it's not going to fit the mold of what they want. Mm-hmm. And you can choose to shove yourself into this mold to please other people, or you can walk in your authenticity and try to be yourself as much as you can, because with all the voices coming at you, sometimes it's hard to walk in your authentic self because sometimes you don't know who you are. So I think there's always time it's fun because there's always time to rediscover and like change yourself in any aspect of your life that you want to change. And so I don't know. I just went on a whole rant. But I'm excited to go home because I think it's the first time I'm going home with this perspective of I'm just going home,
Yeah.
like who I am, you know, and not going to do things just because that's what I do when I go home or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So,
No, most definitely. I mean, even too, that made me think of, like, I just went to Austin for my birthday. And that was...
I know.
Oh, I know.
You don't want to tell them the details of that? I'm so sad. So Joey just turned 30. We had this whole trip planned. All of her best friends are going. Obviously, that includes me.
I guess.
And guess what the fuck happens?
This bitch.
I woke up. Our flight was at 5 o'clock or something like that. I woke up at 3 o'clock to get up
fever.
with a... Like, I'm dying. There's no way I can get on a fucking airplane. I'm so sick. And all I want to do is have fun with my friends and get the fuck out of Nashville for a second. Yeah. And I took 5 days off, and I was sicker than shit for all 5 days. Just watching Snapchats.
I know.
But I really am glad that you had a good time.
Yeah. It was the best of times. It was just like... But that's the thing is my friends... I was a little nervous, too, because... You know, most of the time, the last, 10 years, normally on my birthday, I get fucked up. I get fucked up. I mean, when I turned 29, me and you, I don't know what the fuck we were doing. It was just me and you. We're, bar hopping around East Nashville.
That was fun as fuck.
And that... No, it was just...
It felt like old times.
It did feel like old times. It was a good time, but, even turning 29, we were bar hopping around East Nashville. I was taking shots. We were drinking, being crazy girls, and then I just start peeing in the parking lot.
Oh, you went
of
full
Duke's in front of a camera in front of the tattoo shop.
You just went full. That was the real story. I didn't know if you were going there,
well,
but
the people got to know. Just kidding.
But to be fair,
that's what
that
happened,
is
though.
old times because
and then so it's just that's been a little bit of a lifestyle change. I still drink, but I don't drink how I used to at all. Not even in
no
comparison.
Fucking way.
And so when I went to Austin, I kind of was thinking in my head, I just want this trip. I love my friends and I know they love me. And even though I don't see them all the time and they know me as party crazy girl sometimes, I just am. I was I don't want to feel I need if I want to drink I want to drink I just want to do it because I want to do it, not because I feel pressured to live up to this expectation of oh Joey as this crazy girl that likes to race people when she's drunk and be crazy and just be whatever I'm feeling in the moment and being true to myself in that way, because that's really what I've been doing this last year. And I went and we did go to the liquor store. I bought 2 bottles, didn't even drink them. I gave them to my friends whenever they left. But I was just I don't know why the fuck I did that. Because
I knew
habitual
to go to the liquor store and stock up you're going to drink it.
But then when we were out, I did drink a little bit more. But for the most part, some of my friends were getting drunk. Some of my friends were sober. And we were all just nobody was judging each other. We're all just appreciating, whatever that person feels like doing. And it was just kind of a refreshing feeling to me, because I was a lot of my friends still live in my hometown or close to it. And so, kind of what you were saying about reverting back. Sometimes I feel when when I'm with, certain people or in my hometown, that sometimes I find myself doing that or feeling like I need to live up to this certain expectation that I think people have of me. And it's just in reality, that's the thing is when you start changing, your real friends will respect that. And if they see you growing, they see you doing good for yourself, they'll respect that. They'll love you. They will be happy for you, But then you have other people in your life that, and I guess at the same time, people filter out.
Yeah. I've had that this year. I think when you're really working on growing and you're really trying to raise your vibrations and align with better things, people that, even if it's more so, honestly, people that are stuck in their ways to a degree where they're not, you can't do anything to
No.
like, you can't change people. You can't fix people. You can influence people but you got to work on yourself first. And so it's like, if I'm working on myself and I have people around me that are just doing the same shit that I'm growing out of, it just like,
just naturally
it naturally just doesn't align.
Yeah.
And letting go of things has been something that I have struggled with forever. I hold on to things forever.
Yeah,
and I just like, gotta let shit go, man.
Let it go.
Let it fucking go. And I have been doing that. I've been working, and I've like made some hard decisions this year, and it was just for the better. And it's just like, if like my life looked a certain way, like I'm come out of a really hard year and a half, and so my life looked a certain type of way with like certain people that I was surrounding myself with. And then as soon as I changed that, it just, like, I guess the positivity that came with, like, just letting some shit go overcame whatever I was missing, like, from those, like, from cutting stuff off or letting stuff go. Like, whatever I missed from that time, the good things that were in my life or happening in my life were far greater than that. So even though I, like, kind of, like, grieved certain things, like, it was almost easier to come out of, because I always had this feeling as soon as I started letting stuff go that it was going to make room for good things to come in.
Yeah.
And that's really what I feel like has happened over the last couple months. And so it's just a lesson, man. It's always a lesson.
It's always a lesson to be learned.
I don't know.
Always learning something new.
God, always learning something. But that's the exciting thing.
It is exciting. It's a little exhausting, but it's exciting.
I was FaceTiming one of my good girlfriends the other day, and she was talking about that. She was like, we always imagine like we're just learning what we are now. Imagine what we're going to know in 30 years. Imagine what our viewpoints are going to be, our perspectives. Imagine how much more we can learn about everybody else. You look like me not being able to light. There you go. Sorry.
It's the lighter.
That's what I always say. You don't believe me.
Where's the yellow one? There we go. There we go.
I always have a really hard time with lighters. And Joey makes fun of me. And so when she does, it calls for whatever.
You want some?
Yeah, I do want some. I love this pickle pipe.
Yeah. Shout out my best friend who bought me my other best friend.
Joey has a lot of really best friends. I'm not offended. It's okay.
That got me a pickle pipe for my birthday because your girl loves pickles. She's a pickle girl. There's some people that are pickle people, and then there's some people who really don't like pickles. I don't really understand those people.
Understand that either.
I'm a pickle girl. Pickle everything. I have multiple jars of pickles in my house at all times.
And for those of you who don't know, Best Made Pickles
Yeah.
are where it's at. They don't sell them in Tennessee, but if you ever find yourself with Best Made Pickles, get you one.
Not sponsored.
We should be sponsored.
We should.
You know what? Let's manifest being sponsored by Best Made Pickles one day. That would be fucking sick.
That would be sick. Or Sonic.
And definitely Sonic. I want to be okay, so like irrational, like, goal of mine. Be in a Sonic commercial.
That'd be sick. They do that sometimes.
I know, man. Like,
we should. Oh.
It's always like the two people talking about blah, blah, blah. And Sonic is where we go to talk about everything.
Dude, we go on Sonic dates.
It's like a therapy session.
Yeah, you go to Sonic and you get whatever you feel like drinking. A cherry lime Dr. Pepper, a cherry and limeade, at Powerade, a tea, like whatever you feel like. And we just drive up the road. And we live by the best Sonic in Nashville.
Yeah. Shout out to the Sonic on Gallatin, because all the other ones around here are shit. And this one's so good.
They're so good.
Maybe it's like Sonics aren't really popular everywhere. I know a lot of people here don't love Sonic the way we do. But we used to go to Sonic. We're from, like, in a small town.
But we've changed people's life with Sonic.
No, we have. Totally. Like, guys, seriously, this shit's good. Give it a shot. But it's like the place where you go after football games.
Yeah.
And, like, you go after homecoming.
Yeah,
and all
when
that
you're
dumb
like
shit.
a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. After school, before
during lunch,
school,
all the time.
all the time.
Sonic was the place.
And now it's just like, I need a break from life. Let's go get a Sonic drink.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And we just like listen to music and chit chat and chit chat. And it's a great time.
And chit.
So find yourself, go on a Sonic date with one of your friends because you won't regret it.
No, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, you really just have to appreciate the little things sometimes.
Hell yeah.
Because there's a lot of little things add up, you know?
Me and you are a sucker for the little things.
Dude.
Like my little plant that hangs up in the corner of my ceiling. I love that shit.
I know.
I'm just like, the little things.
It's just the
good.
little things. Like, I love just, like, making dinner and sharing. Like, we both do that. We both just, like, love cooking and sharing whatever we make with people.
Yeah.
And just gathering.
Yeah,
and that's probably from, like, how we were raised and, like, where we come from. But...
Yeah. There's nothing else to do out there.
Yeah, and just, like, going on drives because there's nothing else to do out there. Or just, like, I don't know. Lots of different little things.
I love it. So that's, like, something I want to take into this next year is continuing to appreciate the little things.
That's so funny that you were going to say that you said that. I was going to say, I have been focusing on gratitude, and I really try and implement it every day.
Yeah.
But I just want to really focus on, like, being consistent with my gratitude journaling and really, like, taking the time to really appreciate stuff. Yeah. Because...
it's important.
It is important. It could be way fucking worse.
Especially with the way the world is now. Like, everyone, like, we focus a lot on the negative, and myself included, man. I get, like, stuck. You should see me at work. I'm like, meh. But, like, it's just, like...
bad shit going on, but...
bad shit. But it's just really, it's, you know, at the end of the day... like, this is all we got right now.
Right this moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in the present is something that is really fucking hard to do. But if you do it, it's worth it. Like, if you focus on living in the present and enjoying the moment that you're in with whoever you're with, it's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It really is. And I think about that a lot. And, like, that's the thing. It's like, I just want to be... that's the thing. Is that what I'm going to say for every fucking thing?
That's the thing.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. God. Put that on a sticker,
Well, what's the
Luke.
fucking thing? Tell me. I'm waiting.
Just kidding.
I need to know. You lost it, didn't you?
Fuck.
Who didn't see that coming?
God damn it.
And that's the thing.
And that's the thing. Jesus Christ.
It's almost his
Jesus
birthday.
Cristo.
It's almost his birthday.
Happy birthday.
How do people even know these things?
About Jesus?
Yeah. Do
It's
they know?
strange.
Like, surely it's not December 25th. Like, surely that
No,
was
it's
altered.
definitely not. It's like pagan holiday. And
Yeah, I know.
shit.
So it's like, I don't know. I mean,
whatever.
I really do like the Christmas season.
No, it's a good time. It's a good time.
It is
See,
a good
the
time.
little things. Christmas is kind of, I mean, to some people it's a really big thing. To me, it's kind of a little thing, but I like it.
I like it simple, though.
Me too. I don't need to get all fancy. And, you know, and I think that's something I've learned a lot this last year, too. It's just, like, I ain't trying to do the most all the time. Like, I'm going to do the best that I can. And I don't need to do the most all the time. Because I used to be that way. Like, I used to be like, goal, goal, goal. Like,
Me
I just need to
too,
go,
dude.
go, 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 go. And, like, and then... I feel like in my mid-20s, that's when I really started to kind of... and that's what I'm thankful for that girl back there. Because, you know, she had a rough few years. Like, really rough few years. And then, you know, she just went on and fucking really tried to live in her moment. 25-year-old Joey was not the smart... like, I had my master's, but still, I was not, like... making the best decisions in my personal life, you know? I was just, like, going, acting really wild and stuff like that. But I was, like, living in the moment, and I don't regret any of those times. I really fucking don't. Like, I appreciate them, and I think that's why it's, like, I've definitely, like, kind of going full circle. Like, I was that girl, and I appreciate her, and I love her, but, like, Joey's grown up a little bit. And, like, there's so many things about her, though, like, I still want to keep, and that are still a part of me, but there's other things that don't represent my life anymore, and it's it's kind of crazy to think about it, but I feel like this year it's kind of been that process of looking at that and realizing like you love her and you respect that time in your life, and like this is now where you are, and that this is beautiful, and just because it doesn't look as like maybe flashy, you know, it's all good things, you know.
That's how I feel about even who I was a year ago, you know, when I was going through some shit, and I really just asked the universe for a change, and my world got flipped upside down, and I really started to have to heal from some shit that was triggering, you know, and like it was hard, but I look back on the girl that I was then, and I am really proud of her. And even though she was a fucking disaster, like internally, the work was being done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I come out of it, and it feels, yeah, just like stepping into a little bit better version of myself.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
And that's what I know we were talking about earlier about like not living up to people's expectations, and I think like going back to that a little bit, I feel like that's kind of what sometimes drives people to like go so like on the edge, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like there's like a line, right? There's a line and there's a cliff, and that line is like right off the cliff, like right on the edge. And sometimes you're like far enough away and you like glance at that line, you know it's there, you see it, she sees you, and you like get a little closer. And sometimes, but then there's like a period in your life, like the more you like try to live up to people's expectations and just continue to try to be like people pleasing all the time, you like get closer and closer to that line because it fucking drives you there. And I feel like, you know, I feel like me and you both have had times, and I'm sure a lot of people have, where you're like fucking just running up and down that line. You know what I mean? And like
fucking running on pure adrenaline. Like that's like some fight or flights type shit. Like living in stress mode all the time. Like there's been periods of my life where I haven't been able to sleep but like 4 hours. And then I'm up and I'm going because my freaking anxiety is like blah 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 blah. You gotta do this and you got like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like we just survived that shit. I'm just.
But then you like kind of come out the other end and you're just like, damn. And but
it helps me have sympathy and empathy for. I don't really know the difference. You would know that. You know the difference.
Yeah.
Potato.
Potato.
Empathy. Sympathy.
Empathy. It's empathy. Or it depends on what context
sympathy
you're saying.
Is like.
Sympathy is when you feel bad for people.
But
empathy is when you feel for them. Like you feel what they're feeling.
Okay, yeah. So when people get in their heads and are running off anxiety, and like, it just helps me understand people more and be more empathetic because I've also had those moments and those seasons, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? Like, where I'm like, just being crazy. Yeah. And it's for other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you just, but that's the thing. And we said it a couple weeks ago, but just like, one, don't live your life out of obligation for other people.
No, I mean,
like whether that's like your friends or your family or like your parents' expectations or people that, you know, at a period in time of your life wanted you for certain things, like don't live your life out of obligation for them. Like, you know, like it's your life. You have to do what you feel is like right. And I'm not saying like neglect all your responsibilities. Like, I think it's good to have responsibilities. I think that, you know, it keeps us grounded, and like having like personal discipline for ourselves is healthy.
And compassion,
you know?
for other people too. Like you can't like just go do whatever you want like at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what like where the like toxicity line, like there's a way to like choose yourself and like be yourself and make your decisions based on what's best for you. Yeah. And then there's the line of like being selfish and like disrespectful and like using people or like just like eating your cake at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
You know, there's a balance.
There's definitely a balance. And I think it's whenever we like choose that, like choose to, you know, have that self-respect for us and have that respect for other people. And like you mentioned, like there's a respectful way of going about, you know, this is my choices and like this is something I want to do with my life. And, you know, like if you're fucking I don't know who, like even your job, like expects you, companies expect you to stay there forever. Like, and us millennials are like, fuck that. And so, rightfully so. And so it's just like, I used to be that way with jobs. Like, I haven't, like, I've had, like, several jobs, but I stay at places forever because I felt obligated to.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where does that come from? Like, I don't owe this place anything. Like, if I'm not growing in this place and I'm not happy here and I've tried, like, 'cause that's the thing is, like, you gotta try sometimes too, because people are just like,
you gotta try all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta give it a
shot. But it's like, I gave it a shot. I've been here for a while. If it's not making me happy, why the fuck am I staying here?
Yeah.
It's just out of obligation, just out of habit. And that's the thing is, like, I've really learned a lot this last year of just, like, don't live your life out of obligation for other people. And, like, you're gonna disappoint people.
Yeah. Let them be disappointed.
Let them be disappointed.
Because you can't be fucking perfect, but that's no fun anyways.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing about growing. That's the thing. I think that's the thing. God, I hate myself. Just kidding. Love myself. Yay, yay. You know what I mean?
I'm very empathetic towards you right now. I do
Yes.
know what you mean. I feel you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But growth, my girl.
It's important, man. And that's been something that is like a root of like some anxiety. Like if I feel stagnant in a space,
Oof.
I will be a fucking kettle and I will pop. Mm-hmm. And that's what like is the change. And I'm trying
it's like
not
a fucking tiger that's restless in their cage.
I'm trying not to like be that way. I'm trying to let it maybe step out of situations before I fucking pop. You know what I mean? But
before I respond.
Yeah, something like that. But like I've been in toxic work environments where like it was the pop that I was just like, fuck this, I'm out. Like, but I held on way too long. Mm-hmm. With people that didn't respect me, and I felt obligated for people that didn't value me. And so I don't fuck with that shit anymore.
No.
Like, I respect you as much as, like, I receive respect. And, like, I see, and that's something, like, people don't all just, I think everybody deserves a level of respect, yes. Mm-hmm. But in certain circumstances, like, if you don't respect me, then I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, what is up with people, like, certain people just, they can go out in the world and just be fucking assholes. And then they expect you to just, like, bend to their shit. And you're just like, no.
That's what I fucking love about being a bartender. Especially in the space that I'm in. Because I've been at more, like, whatever. I work at, like, an elevated dive bar on Demumbrian. So it's, like, sometimes, most of the people are cool. But sometimes there's an asshole. And it feels nice to, like, have a team that backs me up. Or, like, we back each other up. We're just like, I don't fuck with that. Like, don't be ugly to me. And I've told people, I'm like, don't be ugly to me. I didn't do shit to you. I'm like, you want a drink? Guess what? I'm the one that gives them to you. And I'll ignore you.
I'm holding the bottle.
I'm like, fuck this, dude. Like, no. I'm not doing that shit.
Oh, man.
I remember whenever we used to go out and we were crazy, people would be so fucking, like, shook that...
Me and you are both Latina, and we're fire signs, so
and
it's
just don't fuck with, like, sometimes bitches on Broadway are so fucking rude, and you're like, excuse the fuck out of you, dude. I just said fuck so many times. I'm so sorry. This is explicit. We have an E on this, right? Okay. I'm just, like, jeez. But then they think they can just act a certain way, and then when you confront them, they're just, like, don't know what to do with themselves.
I know.
Like, you need to be put the fuck in your place, dude.
Seriously.
There it is. That came out again. Fuck is my favorite curse word. No one knows.
Yeah. What do you like?
During COVID, I got that coloring book that's just a bunch of really, like, bad curse words. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty, like, paisley and flowers, but it says, like, awful things. It's great. I should bring that puppy out.
Aw. I know. That'd be fun. Oh, my God.
Okay, so the new year. It's coming. 3 things you want to do or work on or like focus on.
Yeah. 3 things I want.
Yeah.
How about I say a thing, you say a thing?
God, you always say that. Sure.
Because I like it like that.
Yeah, but then I don't have as much time to think.
I like it like that. She's a working
that. But
I
don't know how to act. Sorry.
3 things. Sorry, I'm like petting my
3
dog.
things that I would love to focus on in this new year.
Here's my presentation.
Right.
Here's
Bullet
my
point number 1.
Change slide.
Ooh, smooth transition.
La la la. The letters all come flying out.
Word art.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I love being a millennial, honestly. We're fucked, but
That's okay.
we grew up in a cool generation because we're like old school and open-minded, and I think that's a good little balance.
Yeah, I think so too.
We love millennials. We love you all, but
We love everybody.
Yeah.
The millennials, yeah.
but millennials especially.
We're like 3 things. Okay, one thing is honestly my like being healthy. And I know everybody says that. And I don't mean like I'm gonna want to lose like 1 million pounds. Like I don't mean like that. Which like if that is like your goal and stuff like that, that is beautiful and like you should do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying like for me, it's more of just like if I lose weight and that's like a product of like me really focusing on, you know, eating nutritious foods and like, you know, walking and doing shit like that, then that's one thing. But I just like want to feel good. Like I want to feel good because I like haven't felt good like this year at all. You know, you think with drinking that like, oh, my body feels great. Or like without drinking as much, like, oh, my body feels great. But I haven't really had that effect with that. And so I'm like, I just want to focus on like putting good things into me and moving my body because that is something that used to really bring me joy and it's not something I really prioritize anymore. So I would like to prioritize that and really work on like my physical health, but also like my spiritual and emotional health and like putting myself first. I feel like that's kind of all in one. It's just like putting myself first because and like in terms of regards of like what I need and like trusting my body, trusting my intuition. So that's like something I really like have, not even just like want, but like I need to focus on that because, you know, I don't know if we're going to go live another human life. I don't know if we're going to be reincarnated into another human life. We might go to a different universe. And so I'm trying to understand and respect my body more because, you know, I just think
because you're only going to be
good because I've put it through a lot.
Once, you know?
I'm only going to be Joey once. And I've put, this body has like carried me through some shit. And now now that I'm kind of out of some shit and like things are a little more chill for the first time in my life, like I want to just honor her a little bit more and like heal her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally do. That's how I feel. I think that like all my life I'm like so focused on like these goals of like how I want my body to look or what I want to do, and like I've like lost weight and gained weight in like really like unhealthy ways, you know. And I really just want to focus on loving myself where I'm at, but being focused on like, yeah, like fueling my body with shit that's gonna serve me, you know? And like sometimes that's like ice cream at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But like
it is. Something after this.
But like just developing a more healthy relationship with food and wanting to eat better and like move my body more in ways that like make me feel good. Yeah, because I want to feel good. And like I want to honor my body because I have not always done that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
So
like,
is that your one?
well, I feel bad because I kind of just like piggybacked off of you, but
I mean, that could be your one. We can have the same one.
well, that
We
helps
have 2
because
more to go.
because we're together. So,
We're together.
but yeah, I think that's like the main thing is just like, and really creating like the time and utilizing my time, because self-care this year kind of looked like retreating and vegging and watching a lot of movies by myself, which was good because it like calmed the noise and I like got to like sit by myself and really like reflect. But I think now it's kind of time to take action on what I've been dreaming up, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel, and for the first time, that's like the driving will is like just myself, because there's always been these external factors of why I'm doing what I'm doing, like losing weight or getting this job or whatever the fuck, you know? And so I just want to focus on me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, same. Okay, go ahead and maybe I'll copy you again.
Can't wait, second one. I guess my second one would be, like, not stepping out of my comfort zone in the way that I will, like, and this is something I'm hoping, I'm working on it, but just not being afraid to do things I've always wanted to do just because I feel like people are watching me, or that, I don't know, like, that I'm not going to be good at it. You know, because I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Like, let them be disappointed.
Right? No shit.
So, I, like, nobody cares. Like, I don't give a fuck what other people, like, look like or are doing. And so I'm just like, why do I think, like, we're just so funny. Like, humans are just funny creatures.
We just think people give a shit.
Yeah, that we think people give a shit. And so, I just want to be more, like, bold. Like, I always wanted to do pottery, and Luke literally last year for Christmas got me, you know, like, paid for me to do a pottery class, and that was a year ago, and I still haven't done it. And and it's something I've always wanted to do. So it's not even just that. There's just other things that I'm like, if you want to do those things, you have to do them. Like, you have to start doing them.
Totally.
So I just want to get over this little fear, rinky dinky little shit that I have going on, and I want to, and I don't need to do it like in extreme ways. I just, like, finally signing up for, like, a beginner's pottery class, like, first step. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta do the first step. Like, I think that's the biggest thing is, for me, and I think a lot of people, sometimes you think of the whole journey, but it really is just, like, a step at a time. And, like, if you don't like it, or it really isn't for you after you try, but, like, then that's one thing. But I just, like, want to try, because I feel like I used to try a lot of things, and now I don't. And now that I'm not, like, partying 24/7, like, I got time.
And you're like, I don't know what to do. Well, that's the thing, is, like, when you step out of that space, you're like, what do I do with myself now? You know?
Yeah.
And people always are like, what is there to do in town other than drink? And I'm like, well, I don't fucking know, because that's
because I've been drinking.
That's all I've been doing this whole time. So I'm finding it. If you find out, let me know. Like,
right.
Shit. You know? But, yeah. I think it's hard to, like, when, especially after COVID, like, sometimes I feel like, I know it affected a lot of people, and I never felt like it really actually affected me that much, because I was still going to work, and I was still kind of going out and stuff like that, but, like, certain things bring me, like, way more anxiety. Like, and I haven't been stepping out of my comfort zone either. And, like, that's something that's important. And, like, I've always wanted to just wear, this sounds so silly, but, like, I've just wanted to dress cuter for a long time. And I just always go back to, like, what I know I'm, like, secure in, and, like, not stepping out of my comfort zone in that way. And I'm just like, I just want to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. And, like,
yeah.
And, like, while it'll still be mellow, like, it's still, like, little things to, like, push me out. Like, I don't need to go change my fucking wardrobe, but, like, just little things. And, like, buying stuff, like, quality stuff that I really like, instead of just, like, I don't know, like, spending less money on more stuff that I don't really, like, I'm not actually gonna even fucking wear.
Yeah.
You know? Getting rid of stuff to bring in new stuff. That's, like...
Is that your second one?
That's, like, a mantra for next year. Just, like, making room for the, like, clear... Just, like, spring cleaning, but all the time. You know?
Little things at a time.
Little things at a time. Yeah. Damn. I mean,
So
I feel like...
second?
I feel like we're both, like, want the same shit. I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. You want to do 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start. This will be good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe you'll differentiate.
And maybe I'll copy you.
There you go. Who's the fuck? Okay. I really don't know where my life is going.
Yeah,
but like in the best way, you know, like, I don't say that with any sort of, like, concern, really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it's going to take me, but I know that I kind of need to prep for whatever change is coming. And I know that I'm not staying in Nashville forever. I don't know when that time frame is up, whether I leave when my lease is up or I stay for another year or whatever this journey takes me. But I just want to be prepared financially. And I feel like sometimes, like now that I'm not going out as much, you spend a lot of money on fucking booze here, dude. Like, oh my God. And so now that I haven't been as much, and when I go out, I realize how much I had been spending, you know? And I haven't really focused on, like, prioritizing what I'm spending money on. And so I really want to focus on, like, getting in a financial place where I'm, like, prepared to move or, like, do something, like, spontaneously or, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then using my money more so for, like, experiences or stuff that I really like versus just, like, going out and getting fucked up, like, 3 nights a week, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, sometimes it will be, like, going out with my friends, but, like, I just want to manage my money better this year. And I feel like I am in a place where I can start doing that, which is nice.
That's a good one.
So,
Possibility.
that's it. Yeah, and so then I can just welcome in more monies and more, like, experiences or more whatever, dude. Just whatever goodness the universe has to offer, I am open to it,
yeah.
you know?
Come on.
And I feel like good things are coming this year.
Yeah.
I don't know, we've just been through a lot of stuff and we've learned a lot, and I'm like, I feel like our good karma's coming, so.
Maybe she's here.
She's knocking, dude.
She's
for sure.
around.
I feel it. You know when you just, like, feel, like, the good vibes and the good, like, I don't know. And not to say, like, there won't be any, like, hard shit, but I don't know. I'm excited.
Me too. Better.
What's your third one?
My third one. I had it. I forgot.
Damn.
Oh, no. No.
And the thing is...
Let me think. And the thing is...
Oh, and that's the thing.
And that's the thing. Oh my gosh. Fuck. How did I forget twice? This is the second time. That happens.
Well, no shit.
That forgetful.
We're stoned. What do you mean?
Dude. I feel like my third one would be... Oh, I remember. Okay. My third one would be... I feel like it kind of goes with my other ones, but really putting my time, like, using my time to the fullest of its, like, advantage or whatever. Like, using my time wisely, I guess.
Totally.
But, like, making sure that the moments, whether that's, you know, during work or during my morning routine or during the evening time, you know, really making that time count, because I think it's so easy, especially for me, like, lately, to just kind of do the same shit, you know? Mm-hmm. And I didn't used to be that way. I used to be a lot more spontaneous and do a whole lot of things. It's really been over just the last year or so. And like you mentioned, I don't want to become stagnant, because then I just am like a tiger in a cage just ready to break open. And so I just really want to use my time wisely. I think a lot of times too, I disassociate, like, after work, because I deal with really hard shit all day long. So then I just don't want to think, and I want to turn my brain off. And I think that's healthy, but I don't need to do that for, like, you know, 3 hours or like my whole evening. I need to do it have a time to do that. And then, okay, this is your time to do this. This is when you can decompress. This is how you can decompress, but also, you know, go about and really enjoy the other moments, you know, and whether that's cooking dinner, and I do enjoy that, and I do that, but I think the times where, you know, I don't do that, or maybe we'll do that and then don't do anything else in the evening, I just want to do things I enjoy more, like how I was saying, but just making sure, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better over that over the last year, is really trying to be, like, I feel like my weekends are more full, and I really try to, like, use my time off, whether that's after work in the evening or on the weekends. And so I just want to continue to do that. I want to continue to grow in that area, and because that's my time. I don't want to just my weekdays to be, you know, me working and then disassociating. I want to actually be doing other shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So
living in the present, baby.
Yeah, so that's my thing. I really want to make my time count. I'm gonna make my time count.
Hell yeah. Love that for you.
Cheesy as shit.
No, it's important.
Cheesy as shit.
Oh, I love good cheese.
Oh my
Cheesy
goodness.
statements and also cheese.
Right. So this year, we'd love to hear what you guys are feeling, are going into this new year.
Yeah, tell us. No, seriously, tell us.
Tell us.
I just love seeing my friends fucking thrive, and I know all you bitches are my friends anyway, so go do it. Go do the damn thing. We love you so much. We're excited to step into this new year with you and see all of what the universe has to offer.
Yes, and we'll see you in 2023.